Hey, it's Tay. In today's video, we're going to be diving into episode 2 of Reinventing My Closet. In today's episode, I'm going to be making 2 different tops out of an off-the-shoulder dress that I have. What I'm basically going to be doing is cutting the dress in half, and I'm going to be making a tube top out of the bottom half of the dress, and I'll be adding elastic to the top half. Let's dive into the video. Here I have the tunic laid out on a flat surface. I'm going to start off by cutting the tunic in half. The tunic has side slits that stop about hip level, so I'm going to cut just above the end of the slit. Once that's done, I'll move the bottom half of the tunic to the side. For top number 1, I'm going to create a tunnel for my 1/4 inch elastic. When I'm sewing, I'll make sure to sew along the very top of the tunnel and leave an opening so I can thread the elastic through the tunnel. After I finish pinning the tunnel in place, I'll set that aside and grab the bottom half of the tunic. I'm going to use the bottom half of the tunic for my tube top. First, I'll want to square off the piece of fabric. Once that's done, I'm going to fold the raw edge about 3/8 of an inch. I'll fold it over twice to hide the raw edge. Now we're ready to move to the sewing machine. Since this is a knit fabric, I'm going to use black elastic thread. I'm going to sew the first top with the elastic at the hem. I'm carefully sewing along the edge to seal the tunnel shut, and I'll make sure to leave an opening so I can thread the elastic through. Once that's done, I'm going to take the 1/4 inch elastic I have prepped. The elastic is 24.5 inches long. I used my waist measurement and added 1/2 inch to get the length. I'm attaching a safety pin to one end of the elastic, and I'm simply going to thread the elastic through the tunnel, using the safety pin as a guide to pull the elastic through. Once the elastic makes a complete circle, I'm going to overlap the 2 ends and backstitch over them. Now I can close the opening I left in order to thread the elastic through the tunnel. Okay, now that that's finished, let's move on to the tube top. For the tube top, I'm going to hem the top edge first, and use my home serger to sew the side seams. I want to finish the top edge with a double needle stitch. Since I don't have a double needle for my sewing machine, I'm going to sew a single needle stitch parallel to each other, along the top edge about a 1/4 inch apart. After the top edge is finished, I'm going to fold the tube top in half, right sides touching and side seams together. Now I'm going to use my home serger to close the side seams. Unfortunately, I don't have any black thread on hand for my serger, so the threads I'm using are the default colors that came with the machine. Luckily, the thread will only be seen from the inside. Now let's see the results. This is what the tunic looked like before and after. Here's top number 1 with the elastic hem. The fit is perfect and the result turned out great. And here's top number 2, the tube top. I'm really happy with how this one turned out too. The fit is perfect, so I don't have to worry about constantly adjusting it throughout the day. And the colors of the serger threads aren't noticeable at all from the outside. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Reinventing My Closet. Stay connected, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at sincerelytay.xo. Until next time, sincerely Tay.